All right, looks like we're live. Hey, everyone! Welcome to our strange series of games where a good friend of mine, Jordan Ripped Pants Hopper, and I go through and play games that we don't necessarily know all the rules for on Board Game Arena. And today we have an even cooler guest, whose screen is blacked out on my side for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yes. All right. So super cool, awesome.
Am I hearing that you guys named this?
But we don't know the rules?
No, no. So is this an actual series now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done
but
like
we don't know
four
the
of
rules.
these.
Yeah, well, I know, and I did like the first couple with you guys, but like I felt like you were like, did I miss that you have like a name for it and everything?
Yeah, we're just calling it like Luxor, but we don't know the rules. So it's the But We Don't Know the Rules series.
I get you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the name is game title, but we don't know the rules.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like all those Smash Mouth All Star riffs on each other. That's like, oh yeah, All Star, but the years don't stop coming.
Right. I like it.
Yeah. All right, so we're playing Luxor. So my extra super cool special guest that's not always here with me every time is Jordon Hopper.
Hi everybody. I'm Jordan Hopper, as aforementionedly named, and I am part of the No Cube Zone podcast. Little self-plug there. And as Mr. Yee alluded to, you can hear a story about how I ripped some pants at work on the most recent episode. So if that's your persuasion, if you want to hear me talk about ripping my pants at work, check that out.
I mean, I don't think anyone doesn't want to hear that. So yeah. And Cam, why don't you introduce yourself?
What's that?
Cam, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Well, I am Cam from the Board Boys podcast, and also it's also CNC Board Game Factory here with Chris, and actually an upcoming new web series that I'll plug right now, even though it's not a new thing yet, called Variety Society, where a buddy of mine and I are going to be talking about weird video games. So I don't think anybody is doing video game content on YouTube, so it should be huge.
I'm expecting that to go virulent. I don't
think anybody's ever talked about video games on YouTube, so I think we'll do pretty good. And also, I think that like when you're in your mid to late 30s, like me, I think that's like the time when it's really easy to get popular with young people.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I put up a Facebook poll on how to. So Jordan, I sent you an invite to Luxor. I put up a Facebook poll for what is the past tense of yeet, because I want to stay with it, and I believe it was. Let me pull up the results actually really quick, because this is for science. The thing that won out with 62% of the vote, past tense of yeet was yote, beating out.
This is old people saying that. I can verifiably tell you that yeeted is the past tense of yeet for sure with young people.
Okay, maybe because yacht and yat were the next two. So yeah, I mean
that is people specifically misleading people in their 30s. Hang on, you guys are in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know I'm like the kind of a granddaddy compared to you dudes, but I couldn't quite remember. I thought you guys had cusped the hill.
Yeah, I cusped it by well over a year.
By well over a year.
So did you speaking of being old, I hear right that you're semi-retired from Domino's Za?
I did semi-retire from Domino's Za.
Uh-oh.
We'll see how permanent that retirement is. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. The particular Domino's I worked at was literally on the other side of Omaha from where I live. So there's a lot of commuting, and was putting a lot of wear and tear on my car, which for the most part was not getting worn and torn on since March of this year because COVID. Yeah, so it's just, I also have 4 children, so I do like to see them from time to time. So I did hang up my pizza slinging shoes, I guess.
Here. Hey, have I told you guys, speaking of pizza slinging shoes, have I told you the story, my pizza delivery story about, I don't want to be, like, I don't know this guy's name even. So, like, I'm not, defaming anybody's character that I'm, like, familiar with. But have I ever told you guys, when I was a pizza delivery driver, about the dumbest guy I ever worked with?
No. I don't ever heard this story.
Okay, so really quick, because I thought maybe I told this story when you were talking about being a delivery driver, in other streams. But when I was a younger guy, I delivered pizzas for Pizza Hut while I was going to school, and we hired this kid who lasted like a week, and he was constantly like screwing stuff up. Like one day he went and delivered a pizza, and he just came back and like was getting ready to go to his next delivery, and Jordan knows the drill. I don't know if Chris has done any pizza delivery, but like if somebody pays cash, you just come back and you give them the cash, for the pizza, and you keep going. This kid comes back. He's like, cool, pays the cash for the pizza, keeps going. There's a call like 5 minutes later, like, hey, where's the pizza at? This dude couldn't find the house, so he just left the pizza in his car and paid out of pocket.
What?
But the crowning one day he didn't come into work, and like this probably wasn't the case, but when he was asked why he didn't show up, he said that his shoes were wet, so he like couldn't come. And they're like, so you didn't come to work because your shoes were wet? He's like, yeah. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't deliver pizza like not wearing shoes. They're like, okay, that's true, you're fired. But it goes down in history for me as like a thing that I'll never forget, like the dumbest excuse for a no call no show I've ever heard in my life. Shoes are wet, so he hung up his pizza delivery shoes that day
because they were wet.
Yeah,
hung them out to dry. I guess.
Did we lose Chris?
No. So I
can see you, and I can see a screen that says Wendy that's muted and blank.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So for some reason, my OBS was weirding out, and it's still doing it. For some reason, it's cutting you guys off every time that I switch to Board Game Arena. So the joys of live streaming, for some reason, it's not streaming you guys when I'm looking at Board Game Arena, which you'd think would be like, I assume that it would be able to handle 2 things at once.
Well, when I am also, I have it pulled up on my phone, I can see all 3 of us in Board Game Arena on the YouTube stream.
Yeah, but when I go to click, like when I'm actually on the Board Game Arena screen and I go to click something, when I look at OBS, then it shows that you guys are blacked out. So I mean, it'll show you in a second with a delay on the YouTube machine.
I do see that we are blacked out. We are.
Yeah. So it's like it's 60 Minutes and I'm interviewing those people that have like the voice machine slowed down for their protective identity. Yeah.
I like that. I like that voice you're doing right now.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but we're going to figure it out. So anyway, that's like Footloose, the Pizza Hagen shoes are hung.
Can people watching this stream see the game?
Yeah. Yeah, so the game's visible, you're visible, I'm visible. When I click on Board Game Arena, you two go invisible, so I switch back to you guys. I just mouse over.
Sure.
Yes, it'll work out. It'll be a little bit weird. That's all.
So, yeah. Okay.
So
we're going into the pyramidal Luxor. I'm not going to tell you guys at all what I'm doing, but hopefully you can infer from.
Well, I'm being told that you must choose a card or an adventurer to move.
I will. Well, I have to choose a card and an adventurer to move, is what it says. Not to give you any hints, but here we go. Boom. Updating. All right, Jordan.
All right, I
Go
must
ahead.
choose
Card. Good luck.
a card. How about this one? And this boy. I must play the leftmost or rightmost card.
Well, what do you think about that?
What you think about that? What you think about that?
What do you think about that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I may have gotten a new high score in Grand Austria Hotel today, you guys.
Okay, so I learned we could share a space. And I landed on the thing that says number 4. So I'm assuming that I'm winning by 4,000 points right now.
You are, I mean, if you look at the thing, it shows that you are winning by 4,000 points.
Yeah, yep.
So,
I'm pretty good at figuring these games out.
Yep. Hundo P, baby. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. I'm coming to.
You're coming to Electric Avenue? Is that what's going on?
I am coming to Electric Avenue.
Paul Tompkins in the chat is asking, where's the giant light on top?
The giant light on top.
On top of what?
Are you talking about, Paul, are you talking about the pizza topper? Like if I was delivering a pizza? Because those are kept in the store. They're magnetic.
Is that how it works? Okay, I figured there's something.
Yeah, they'll magnet to the top of your car, and then sometimes they get plugged in to get charged, and sometimes they don't. So sometimes they have little sensors in them that they'll turn on in the darkness. Sometimes that doesn't happen.
When I was working for the old Pizza Hut back in the 1952, they had a cord you had to like bring into your car and like plug it into the cigarette lighter.
Nice.
Did you say 19 Dickety too?
Yeah. Ew.
I don't know if that's a good ew or a bad ew, but
You moved nice and far there.
yeah.
I wonder what Chris is gonna do. Hey, Chris, what are you gonna do, bud? You know, I'm gonna bring my this thing a little closer. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit so that I can
You said Luxor.
recline. Oh,
Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, sorry. Las Vegas. Duh. Okay, Las Vegas has a casino called the Luxor, the Pyramid, with the gigantic light that pokes out the top.
Las Vegas joke.
Yeah, Paul lives in Las Vegas, about 800 feet that way, actually. So we are.
If you guys want to maybe get your first clue about how to play this game,
I don't.
watch
Please stop.
careful.
Please stop.
Oh no, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm just going to.
But stop even alluding to clues.
All right. Okay.
You misunderstand the purpose of this, sir.
Sure.
So if you're trying to learn how to play, watch Cam play. Ignore the two buffoons the two of us that clearly have no idea what we're doing. I've learned that the cards. I know the cards splay out to the side, is what it looks like. You play the left or the right one, and then they shift.
Which is a really neat mechanism, by the way.
Yeah, there's other games that do the don't rearrange your hand of cards. We played this one called Kraskariart or something like that back in the before times when we could hang out with people.
Are you talking about Carcassonne?
About what?
And is that I think it's called Carcassonne.
Close. No, it's like a ladder climbing. It's like a trick taking game called Kraskariart or something like that. But you can only play the left or the right card, and you can't rearrange them. So it's like a trick taking game with no choices, which is very not fun, I guess.
Right.
But people like it, and I couldn't figure out why. So
I like trick taking games without choices.
Yeah.
All right, so my choices are a 5 or a 5.
Whew.
I'm gonna take the 5.
Hey, look, he's way up there. He's way up there.
Yeah, I'm doing stuff, and I got another man.
My broadcasting
software
is being super weird, where it will not show you guys and an updated version of Board Game Arena at the same time. So weird. All right, sorry that this is an unfortunate stream, but
well, regardless of how unfortunate, I'll reply with hello to Thinker Themer.
Oh yeah, Thinker Themer show, awesome. Hey, welcome. So yeah, instead of doing a solo stream this Saturday, we are doing a but we don't know the rules play.
That's right.
Though I'm having.
But he does.
Yeah, Cam knows the rules.
That's right. Yes, that is correct.
Chris and Jordan do not.
Oh, you just rolled a die?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Where did that even come from?
It came from my hand, baby.
How does...
You must not have any of... It would be pretty obvious if you had.
Can you teach me this power?
Yes, you have to have a card with a red die on it.
Wonder what love is. I want you to show me.
All right.
We were listening to the Hercules soundtrack today while we were cleaning the house, and
love it.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. It's so good, and my least favorite part of it is probably the Michael Bolton version of the main song, of like the Hercules heroic song.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Bolton's fun and all, but like it just, I can only listen to so much of I'm on my way, I can go the distance.
So that's Michael Bublé, dude.
Michael Bublé, yeah.
That's Michael Bubble.
Mr. Bubble, you're the one. Okay, so I don't really understand what's happening yet, which I'm thinking is actually playing to my strengths. So,
well, you got 0 points, which is tied with Jordon.
1, 2, 3, 5, yeah. Okay.
All right, Cam time. Here we go, Cam. Let's go, baby.
So, Paul, what is the appeal of Crass Carrier? Because I couldn't grasp it. Like when I was playing it with a few people, I was playing with Grant at Meepleville. Like, I didn't quite get what makes the ladder climbing interesting in it. Oh, back to me already. We're just zipping along here. So it looks like one of the tiles disappeared from the board. It shows a certain number of meeples on each space. So I'm not sure what all of that's. If you exceed that number of people, maybe.
Yeah, I put two meeples on that same space, and I got a thing, which also got me points.
You gotta have 2 of your own people on it, maybe, or
2 of my own.
Uh-oh, these guys are starting to talk about the rules of the game like they know a thing or two.
Well, we're deducing.
You guys don't know.
That's part of it. That's part of it. Like that time, we still don't know how to quaff a potion or what that means.
Yeah, dungeon roll was a less than interesting experience.
Oh yeah, of all the games I've played, that was one of them.
All right.
Ooh. The tree might have just done something neat. Oh,
what?
Oh, okay, so I have a red die, but do I have to play it?
How do you get that? I don't understand.
I mean, if you don't figure it out before the end of the game, I'll tell you what's happening.
Wait, that was weird. I thought it was a 6, but I played it and it was a 3.
No, when you click on it, it's a 6, and then you click it and it rolls.
Oh, okay. I thought I had a 6 to work with. But, you know. So Queen Games, who published this one, also came out with a game called Armageddon. And there was a while where, I don't know if you remember, but like every Queen's game on Amazon was on sale for like $6. It was an interesting time. We bought like the Escape the Curse of the Temple big box for like $12 or something. It was amazing. And so people were talking about, you know, buying these deals. Are they actually good games or not? And someone on Board Game Geek on one of the forums said, you know, I picked up Armageddon for $16 because even if it's not great, it's not the end of the world.
Ooh, Jordon did a thing.
I sure did. I don't know what I got, a beetle or something. Yeah, during that time, per the recommendation of one Patrick Hillier, picked up San Francisco Cable Car.
San Francisco Cable Car? Okay.
Yeah, have either of you heard of that game? Or
Never heard of it.
So it's kind of like a little bit like Suro, where you're laying down these tracks and it causes like the cable cars to like kind of zip around, moving different spaces, and so you can play things to, and then you get points based on how long your cable car rails are for your company that you're operating.
Oh,
so you can play tiles to make people's things go like, oh, it leaves and then it goes right back around and closes down, and then that cable car is then done for the game. So like, haha, you stink. And then there's also like a stock expansion for it. So you put out all the companies, and so all the companies are operating even at like a 2-player game, and then you're obtaining these different shares of stock. So you can have like 40% of the pink company and 30% of the red company, and so then you're trying to manipulate those companies to do well. So on your turn, you can either lay a tile, or you can obtain more. Like you read out your stock. You have a 40, a 30, a 20, a 10% share of stock in each of the companies. So, well,
Oh, you drew a Horus card. That sounds, from Cam's maybe not good.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's just a new space that you guys haven't been on yet. New type of space.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so San Francisco Cable Car is like Suro, but it's got a little bit of like a tiny little bit of stock manipulation, like with the expansion. I think it's a fun little game.
Okay.
But in a big box.
Yeah, that's one of my criticisms against Queen Games is that they tend to make good, neat, like small to medium games in like big boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it, right? I'm moving my dude 3 spaces. Boom. All right. So that's how many people of your own color you have to have on a space to get the points. And I made it happen. Yeah, Paul in the chat mentions Queen also published a lot of like really good cube rail games. I haven't played San Francisco Cable Car, but Paul showed us what's that Queen game back at Dice Tower West. It was Paris Connection, I think is the one that he showed us.
It's awesome.
It's good, man. It's so short, like so quick and punchy.
It's so good too.
Yeah.
I don't know where my copy of Paris Connection is, because I wish I could put it on my Queen Games shelf, right next to Lancaster, Kingdom Builder, and Luxor.
Can I do this?
All overboard.
I'm gonna go 4 spaces.
Ew. Ew. Ew, wee, some of that real sticky, icky.
I'm gonna grab that symbol thing. I don't know what that top middle thing is.
I don't know what it is either. I took one though.
You'll need a key for each adventurer who enters the tomb chamber. Sweet.
Hey, you read the rules.
Where do you see that?
I just happened to mouse over it when I selected it. All right, Thinker Themer, thanks for coming and hanging out.
Yeah. Thanks, Themer.
We'll have you on the podcast soon. Recorded with you maybe in a week or two or something like that, if that's all right. And then Jordon, we're gonna have you on the show as well soon, which is exciting.
Yes, because I basically invited myself on when you were soloing. What were you soloing? Terraforming Mars?
Maybe.
Terraforming Mars is a good game solo.
Yeah, it really is. It's quite enjoyable.
So in the last episode of the No Cube Zone, I talked about how I was subjected to a 10-player purely co-op game of Dead of Winter with the Long Night, with the Warring Colonies. So it was 10 people, pure co-op, no betrayer in the deck, anything like that. And while this 6-hour game of Dead of Winter was going on, I thought to myself multiple times, I wish I had grabbed my copy of Terraforming Mars and I could just get up and leave this mess and go solo Terraforming Mars like 2 or 3 times while I played this.
Dude, if you rip through Terraforming Mars, you can solo it in like 45 minutes. It's great.
Yeah, it's not long.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here, buddy. Oh, come on, giant cat, come hang out with me. Oh yeah, you're getting on the stream, bud.
Paul, I did that to myself because we were in a cabin. There were exactly 10 people, and someone was like, "Hey, this plays at 10." And then we were like, "Oh yeah, let's all do it." And then come to find out, there were like 3 new players, and so like, well, we can do purely co-op since there's new people that we're like teaching it to.
Oh.
And before I knew what was happening, I was stuck in this terrible game of Winter.
Yikes. I don't know if I would ever play with the Warring Colonies in general. Like, it sounds more bizarre than fun, but perhaps it's great. Perhaps it's groovy cool. Who knows?
Perhaps.
The problem was that we weren't Warring Colonies. We were like BFF Bud colonies.
The more people you have playing that game past like 4 or 5, the worse it gets too. It's just like, am I ever going to get to do anything in this kind of boring game in the first place?
I don't know. I loved Dead of Winter for the first like several years that we played it. Which, you know, that's a good longevity for a game that is genuinely like a little bit out of our style of play, I guess. But I don't know, man. It's really solid. It's very, very good. But I think it hinges on having interesting crossroads cards happen, because if not, then it's just an okay cooperative game. You know what I mean? Maybe a betrayer. Boom! Got that 5-point treasure. Who's in the lead now? Cam. Dang
Still Cam.
It's strange. It's almost like maybe knowing what you're doing is like advantageous in these board game things.
No, it's just that I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm just better than you guys. I was just joking about knowing this game.
But you said earlier that you have a copy on your queen shelf. So
yeah, it's on my queen shelf of shame.
I don't believe you.
I totally know how to play this game. In fact, I brought this game to Peru last time I went to Peru, which because of COVID was almost a year ago.
Ooh, what shall I do? I shall land here. And apparently I get a level 2 thing.
And another meeple.
Oh, yeah, that one's good.
Oh, okay. So when you cross meeples, then you get a new meeple from the space all the way back at the beginning of the track.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Kyle, I believe Chris is aware that our video does go in and out. There's something going on with his streaming software where our video disappears when he does things on Board Game Arena.
Yeah, and when I have their video up, then Board Game Arena pauses. I'm not sure. I've never had this happen. Cam and I stream like almost every week, and don't have these issues. So I don't know. This is particularly fun when everything goes wrong when you're live.
You know what's really particularly fun is Luxor, the game. Do you guys know how to play Third and Taxis? You can fumble your way through that one too if you want.
I played it once, like 4 or 5 years ago.
It was one of the first board games I ever bought, and I think I bought it because it had won the Spiel des Jahres recently. But going back, I think it was actually also Andreas Seyfarth, who's Puerto Rico. But that guy was the famous, like, he was the Eric Lang of 2002 or whatever.
Yeah, the Uwe Rosenberg of that era, you know.
No, because Uwe Rosenberg was the Uwe Rosenberg of that era.
I mean, he was the Bean guy. He was the Mamma Mia guy. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't Mr.
Mamma Mia.
He wasn't Mr. Gricola.
My one play was logged August 26th, 2014.
Oh! No. All right,
That's
guys.
of
Turn-in Taxis?
Yeah.
So it's safe to say that you might not remember all the details of a game that you haven't played in 6+ years.
Correct.
Hey, guys, I'm warning you, if you don't want to learn something about the game, don't watch the screen right now.
What?
Oh, we're gonna
Don't watch the screen. Don't watch the screen if you don't want to learn something.
Oh, we're gonna figure something out. Let's see it. What happened? Did you jump super far forward or something?
See what the most recent card played was?
No.
Yeah, it was a 2, right? It was the die roll 2.
Yep. You know where I moved that guy from?
No, from the entrance or what?
Is this like a trap door? Is that what this thing is? On the 3 dudes are standing on, and this other empty thing over by the stairs to come down?
I don't know. I'm not trying to help you guys learn anything, but...
Quit lying.
Okay, guys, don't learn anything else right now.
All right, Cam, what you gonna do? Pull some nonsense. Let's see it.
Here we go. I don't know if anybody's seen that happen yet.
So you're just bouncing those extra spaces on the red space. Is that all it is? It's like
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. Yeah,
It's like the spinny things on the floor in the Pokemon games.
It's 100% like the spinny things on the floor of the Pokemon game.
You know, it surprises me to this day that there's still not like a legit Pokemon board game out there. Like,
I mean, I think that, like, the problem with Pokemon is what is compelling about Pokemon is a largely one-person experience. Like, can you imagine if there was, like, a Pokemon tabletop RPG where everybody was trying to be, like, the greatest Pokemon trainer, and, like, every battle they got out, like, 6 Pokemons? Just, you know, it would be terrible.
Or awesome.
boom,
Yes,
in your
or
face, Cam, or awesome. I bet you never thought of that.
It would be a good tabletop RPG for small groups, like GM 1 player or GM and 2 players.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But Paul in the chat also says, like, it's already a collectible card game, so that's the format that makes sense. But I'm surprised that they've never made, like, Pokemon Breeder, the board game. Like, something that just is going to appeal to people who would buy infinite amounts of Pokemon stuff.
Sure.
Or what if you did something like what they've done with like X-Wing and Armada, where you can buy like little Pokemon figures and do certain sets of like buy points for your battle, and then you just have like some arena where they can go like smash on each other.
Right.
I feel like that is like
that wouldn't be far-fetched. Okay, I've got this special card here. I'm going to read what its mouse over thing is because I don't really understand.
Oh. Is the one with the guy moving to the other guy?
Yeah. So, I don't think I want that to happen.
What color are you? Red?
Red, yeah.
I don't think you want that to happen either.
Yeah, because my adventure furthest is here at the entrance of the I almost called it a castle because I'm a dummy dum. But this is clearly not a castle.
tomb?
Yeah, exactly. The tomb.
The tomb.
Paul, yeah, wouldn't a Pokemon breeder game seem like a cool idea? Like, I don't know, you could essentially make it Agricola, but Pokemon-y. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you'd have to do is... Holy crap. Okay. Oh, okay. Empty spaces don't count towards your movement anymore. So that's why I'm going to jump over here. Yoink. I got that. Yoink.
Say what?
I'm also just now realizing that there are the different symbols over here on the right side of the... like on the screen under our names, there's like the different symbols. So obviously there's some sort of set collection, majorities maybe, thing going on there.
What?
Like the different tiles that you grab, Jordan, it looks like there's like a majority benefit perhaps at the end of the game. Like, because you see under our names on the top right, it'll show like, oh, Chris has 3 Anubius. Cam has 3 urns and whatnot. So, like, I'm guessing there's maybe some sort of, like...
Since you sort of cracked it, do you want me to give you a hint for...
No.
All right.
No, I don't. Right.
All right, what you doing, Tree? Okay, I don't know if anything good happened, but something happened. That's the good part.
Something's about to happen too.
Ah, nuts. All right.
What?
Hover over the card.
What card?
The one I just played.
Nothing. It won't tell me.
Yeah, it won't tell us.
That card lets you snag a treasure with one less dude than needed.
Oh, fascinating. Okay, there's some cool powers to this game.
The only way to get the special cards is to get them from the tableau, but then they get shuffled back into the deck as you play, and so you might randomly draw one of the special cards later.
Really?
Yep.
So, you're a jerk.
What's going on?
I didn't tell you to go there.
Oh my.
Plus, I needed that blue dude.
So did I. I have significantly less more than both of you, so...
Oh, yeah, that's
got
true.
it.
That is true. Oh, you got 2 scarabs, though, and 2 keys.
Which we definitely know the value of. Paul in the chat says, you're talking about Pokemon. I don't think they've ever gone over how Pokemon reproduce. Have they? Have they not? Like, isn't Brock doesn't want to? Doesn't he want to become a Pokemon breeder? Right?
I mean, do you guys want the skinny on how Pokemon reproduce? Eggs.
Yeah,
Any 2 Pokemon can have an egg. I don't really remember the rules, but I think it's the type of Pokemon that the mother is, and like the EV stats come from the father, if I remember right.
Shoot! I didn't realize it was on me.
Also, apparently there can be male and female Mr. Mimes. I don't know.
Pokemon's very progressive. It's fine.
Yeah.
Mrs. Mr. Mime is a wonderfully absurd name.
That's true.
And so, so I guess, what would you call the talk when it comes to how Pokemon reproduce? Is that the birds and the Beedrills?
Oh, man, you were really trying to set that one up, huh?
It'd be the Pidgeys and the Beedrills.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I couldn't.
But that's a little far fetched.
Not as far fetched as trying to argue who's the executor of their estate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's terrible, but I can live with it. Yikes.
More like. What's I thought I had one, but I didn't have one.
Oh my. Okay. Crap. What am I going to do with this guy? I don't know. Oh, I can move up to that number of spaces. Oh, I get you. Gotcha. Good.
I get gotcha.
Yoink. Ooh, I don't have that many.
All right, what am I trying to do next?
Paul makes a good point. The Pokemon reproduction talk can just be titled Squirtle. We'll just leave it at that, folks.
Oh my!
Leave it at that, folks.
What does Yakko Warner always say? Good night, everybody.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you see that they're gonna remake the Animaniacs, or they're gonna have a new season of it?
Very nice.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
I hope that was put out by Misinformation.
Mrs. Mr. Information.
Right.
No, actually, it's going to be on Hulu, and Steven Spielberg is actually on. He's on board with it. He's like helming it.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I'm incredibly wary of every hey, you like nostalgia? Give us money.
Here's some in your face.
Yeah. I'm incredibly wary of everything like that. But, this one looks pretty good, actually.
Pretty good.
Very self-referential humor and everything like that. They're aware of the fact that reboots are notoriously awful. I forgot about you. What can you go to?
I forgot about you.
Don't you forget about me.
Oh. Man.
So I've heard somebody describe this as kind of basically like advanced Candyland, and I get it now.
Yeah, except for that Candyland is a game that is seeded and has a winner before the first card is even drawn. This is a game where you actually make decisions every single turn. So,
i.e., advanced
is wrong. Advanced Candyland is shoots and ladders because at least that uses a die. So.
Oh, how much we all owe you.
The game still will fall an exact way depending on how the dice is rolled, but at least you get a new randomization into the mix every turn.
That's right, Paul. This is a Rudiger Dorn game. That's why I've been so keen on playing it, is because Rudiger Dorn is a super smart designer, I think. I mean, Istanbul.
Rudiger Dorn is also Karuba, right?
Karuba, yeah.
Which is a good family game, just like this one.
Yeah, he's a smart dude. He's a smart dude.
Both about doing stuff that's probably ethically reprehensible in the modern era, but like very like people our age grew up thinking doing this kind of stuff was really cool.
Yes, that is true.
Because of one specific person, one specific fictional character. Probably.
Yes, Illinois Smith, the adventurer, right?
Yes.
Oh man, what
Indiana Johnson.
Indiana Johnson. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try moving on to a purple space and see if I get the thing. Woo woo!
You did get a thing.
I got a thing. Yeah,
That's a cool too. That you got. That's one heck of a thing.
That is two hecks of a thing. Even, I mean, it's not good, I would say. Yeah, Paul says that Istanbul is basically a race game. Agreed, right? Just a race to get 5 gems first. It doesn't just feel like a point salad game. Il Vecchio? I'm not familiar with that one. Have you guys, any of you guys played Il Vecchio?
I have not.
Well, apparently you need to get on it because, you know.
Sounds awesome. I'd love to. Love to play it.
All right, what's going on here? Okay, so if I move this guy
What
5
is
spaces.
next plan? What am I trying to do? What do I want to get out of these next couple cards, baby? Baby. Ooh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So it took me a couple turns at the start of this game to figure out that my hand was just my hand. I thought it was like a collective tableau we were drawing out of. So I thought there was some like interaction with like I could try and like bait you guys into taking these other cards.
Oh,
Which would be an interesting variant, I think, maybe.
That could be, but
I don't know. Just thinking out loud.
yeah. Just thinking out loud like that. Who's that one singer I really don't like that the world really likes?
Adele.
Whoa.
That's the singer I don't really like that the world really likes.
Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran is the one I was thinking of.
Oh, I don't think the world will. I think his approval rating is Trumpish. Like I think maybe like 30% of people who know about him like really like him. Like 10 or 15% are like eh, and then like 50% are like we hate him.
So I was in a wedding band a few years ago, and so we performed that as this couple. It was our friend actually that we were the band for, and so we played "Thinking Out Loud" for their like first dance song, and I gotta say it is such a reprehensibly boring song to play as like a guitarist or a bassist. Like I know I tend to judge music by how fun it is to like. If I'm listening to a song and I say, this seems like it would be fun to play, like I'm going to typically like that song more than like this Ed Sheeran, like boom, ga, boom, boom, ga, boom, ga, boom. You know, like 4 chords, boom, like hammer it over and over again. And I don't know, man. It did nothing for me. And so playing it during the first dance, I was like, let's just get us done so we can play fun wedding songs like YMCA and like dumb stuff like that.
YMCA, baby.
Kyle in the chat, to answer your question, I've gone back and played a few of them. He asked if we've gone back and played any of the games that we've learned this way. We've played Hawaii a few times together.
Yeah, man, Hawaii was super dope.
Aren't we like technically in a game of Bangkok Klong still because of me?
Yes, I believe we are still in a game of Bangkok Klong.
That game is terrible, dude.
It's not terrible.
You're right. It's not terrible. It's okay.
Bois de Jus it's just it's an easier web service to.
I would love to play Bangkok Klong's IRL or on Board Game Arena. Yeah, that's true.
Well, there is no Bangkok Klongs on Board Game Arena, hence the problem.
Right.
But Bois de Jus will not notify you via email when it's your turn.
Right.
Which is a big problem. Which is why we created a Facebook chat, just the three of us, to remind ourselves of whose turn it was. And it is us. I did pull it up just now, and I can confirm it is still Cam's turn. And
I'll take my turn. I'll take my turn while we're playing this.
Remember that time we streamed and we played a fake game of Castles of Burgundy? That was a good time.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was what on Don Yukata's website, right?
Yeah, we played Castles of Burgundy on Yukata for reasons I don't quite understand.
I love that English is not the first language of Bois de Jus. It just goes, "Welcome on Bois de Jus." Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Well, it's not my turn on the game right now because I'm taking my Bangkok Klong's turn.
It's Chris's turn on
Good.
Move all of my adventurers the number of spaces. Yoink, yoink, baby.
Both in your hand and click on the board. I don't really remember how to play, so we'll put that there. And I want a neutral boat.
You're talking about Bangkok Klong, so it's like, what?
Yep.
Neutral boats in
Yeah.
Luxor?
All right.
And then
That's
it
the
took me
picture
a
move.
second.
Well, guys, y'all can't always get... Oh, no, Chris wants that sixer, so never mind. You can get that. I want this one.
Did you hit end turn, Cam? On
good question, because you need to do that, don't you?
That is the other thing on Bois de Jus. Yeah, like... So Kyle, we did play another game of Bangkok Klongs, and obviously we're still not done with that second game of it since we streamed it.
It's not letting me end my turn. It's like the Bois de Jus is broken right now. Take me into your open arms. That's some Ed Sheeran right there for you.
That's that song, Thinking Out Loud. That's the one that got me. That
song I don't mind. Like that song's kind of Van Morrison-y. Like he's kind of a poet, you know what I mean? But most of his songs are trash.
Sure. He's like at least trying on that song, but it's very apparent that he's trying to write the ultimate love song. And I
don't love that song. Oh man, I got a dude all the way back here. Hang on.
Yeah, you got someone just chilling at the entrance. Both of you guys.
That's okay. We'll bring him up.
I got plans.
Come on, dude. Come on, man. You guys know that Joe Biden phrase where he goes, "Come on, man."
Is that when he told the president to shut up, or is
he says "come on" a lot, but there's this video where this guy's interviewing him. And he's like, "Biden, have you taken a mental stability test or a mental acuity test or whatever?" And he goes, "What? Come on, man!" And just the way he says it is so funny. He's like, I don't know why I love it, but then he goes like, before you interviewed me, did they make you take a test to see if you were on cocaine?" Which is a pretty good question.
I mean, I'm sure that it's maybe not intentional, but your Joe Biden impression sounds a lot like Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, what, before you do this interview, did they make you take a test to see if you were on cocaine?
Yeah.
Though the
I
quote,
swear that point right.
though the quote would probably end with propane.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, man. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going? What am I doing with my Luxor boys? Ba-da-bow. Yeah. Yeah. Do I have a key yet? I need a key. Yes, I do have a key. Okay.
So maybe this stream is a good time where we could plan out our music video to rival Ambi's parodies that we've mentioned on Twitter, Chris, for Alhambra
Yes.
to Lady Gaga's Alejandro.
Is that the one? I don't. I'll be honest. I barely know pop music. I know enough to make fun of Ed Sheeran. Is Alejandro the one that goes, "Baby, you're an Alejandro. Baby, you're Alejandro." That one, right?
Not quite.
Okay, I don't know.
She's singing about I presume, a love interest named Alejandro. And she gets to a part where she goes, Alejandro. So whenever I'm playing Alhambra, I think Alhambra.
Dude, Alhambra is fun. Whose turn is it in both those games, by the way? Also, you guys need to stop letting me get every black die.
Oh, in Marco Polo 2?
Don't tell me how to live my life, Cam.
That's true, I won't. Because, like, sometimes if you have too many black dice, you just end up wasting them and getting less of a return than you paid for them. However, in my game of cruel efficiency, even if I don't get out of what I would have gotten buying a black die, or like what I would have gotten instead, at least you guys didn't get it. Which is a sinister way to play games.
Sinister. You hear that? Cam thinks himself some sort of Spider-Man villain.
And
yes, my name is John Spiderman.
I don't know that. I guess maybe I'm approaching this game with a different philosophy from you, Cam, where you're maximizing the strategy out of every single move you make. I'm just playing it for fun. I'm just playing it to have fun, just as a mild escape from.
That's a good point.
I can play a board game and click around on this internet dealie for a hot second.
That's an incredibly good point. I just want, once I get that combo wombo of the Luciani Tessini, board game thing going, it's like, I got to be the man. These guys created an efficiency combo wombo puzzle for me to solve, and solve it I shall.
And I enjoy the combo wombo puzzle, whatever the other words you said are. I like that part of those games.
Whatever the other words you said. I love that.
It's just, I enjoy that. It's fun to trigger those combos, but it's just, it's not like, I'm not like, oh, I have to maximize everything I'm
It's not
doing.
particularly what you care about, I get.
Yeah.
Kyle says, yes, it's an escape from children and tubas.
Yes, Kyle, you're not wrong.
It's not a tuba.
So Cam, last live stream we did, by the end of it, we're just, we're kind of winding down the last 10 minutes of the game, and all of a sudden we hear blaring through Jordan's walls, like bump 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 bump.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So my neighbors, they have lots of parties. They have lots of loud music at these parties. They are of Latino descent, so that's kind of, I guess tuba is really big in like polka music as well as like Latino music.
Yeah, tuba rips, dude, and it's in Latin music, like Mexican music. It's not really. I don't think it's really like a. It might be like a background horn in like salsa and stuff like that, but I think it's mostly like a. It's a very like Mexican music deal.
Yeah, so they play their very loud music, and they also sing very loud karaoke.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's super sweet, except for the part where I have small children
Right.
in the house.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, that part probably doesn't rip as hard.
No. I had to clarify earlier when you said in our Facebook chat, you're like, "Oh, Luxor rips." So I was like, "Rips is this is a good thing, or like rips is in a fart?"
Yeah, that's one of the things I've been saying too much lately.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. But yeah, so that's what was happening last time is my neighbors were having one of their parties and they were just laying into that tuba over there.
Just laying into that tuba.
Nobody subtly. Well, the thing is that nobody subtly tubas. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, it would be unfair.
Nobody subtly tubas. Hey guys.
Hey Cam.
I'm gonna give you a little hint for the end of the game.
How about no?
No. I'm just gonna. Hang on.
Just take your turn,
Jordan.
And let us honor the.
No. But here's the thing.
Spirit of this game.
This is a pyramid game, Jordan, and like I want to give you the Sphinx's riddle really quick.
I don't want it.
Okay, cover your ears because Chris wants it.
I can't remotely mute this participant. Well, thanks a lot, Google Meet. What good are you?
I won't give you a hint for the end of the game. That's fine.
The answer to the Sphinx's riddle is always that I before E except after C, right? I think that's how Odysseus got past it.
Yes.
All right, cool, yeah. Yeah, Kyle's right. It was like midnight when we were ending that stream and the tuba was blasting through the wall.
Oh, yeah. That tuba continued to blast through the wall until like 2 a.m.
Ooh, wait, some of that real sticky, yicky.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What to do? What the hey?
Oh, you got into the tomb, baby.
Yeah, right there, dude. You got the extra fiver.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I did it.
You got an extra 5 points from grabbing the 5-point sarcophagus. I hope that wasn't giving away too much.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a thing I did.
I'm hoping to have just a ton.
Yeah.
Oh, snap, son. Okay, it's not just me, right? It's a rule of law essentially that every time you hear someone like remotely distant yell, "Hey!" What do you respond with?
Oh, you're gonna say must be the money, right?
Yeah, right. Like that's basically the law.
The money, yeah, kind of. You're right. That's kind of law.
Okay, this guy's going to jump ahead super far, I think.
If you want to go and get blazed on weed or something like that.
Hey!
Hey! Hey! Oh! Must be the money!
Did it let you finish your turn in Bangkok? Kim?
Oh, let me go see if I can do it. Oh, I'm back at it, and they gave me a market day is in progress. That's the reason it was being messed up. So I got to do some market day stuff. So here we go.
Does that mean we're near the end of our Bangkok Klongs game? Where we...
I believe that's what it means.
The last market... The last market happens?
It's the second market day, I'm pretty sure.
So, this is a totally random thing, but last night, my wife and I were just watching TV on YouTube TV. We watched Supermarket Sweep, the new edition of Supermarket Sweep, with Leslie Jones as the host. Very good. I recommend it.
Okay.
But anyway, so after that was like, we were down there with our 2-month-old son, and he needed to nurse before we could go to bed. And so we were like, oh, let's just watch the thing. And so we turned on The Amazing Race, which is still pumping out new stuff. And there was one of the challenges. They went to Trinidad and Tobago. And one of the things
pronounce Trinidad and tomato.
Okay. Anyways, so they got there and they had to learn how to play the Daylight Come and We Want to Go Home.
Read the thing at the top.
What?
Sorry.
2 sarcophagi tomb chambers have been looted. This is the last turn.
Oh, snap.
Sorry, what were you saying there, Jordan, about Trinidad?
Anyways, so they had to learn on the steel drum that Daylight Come and We Want to Go Home.
Oh, yeah. Day-o.
Yeah, they had to learn that on the steel drum. And so then that song was stuck in my head for a good long time. And I can still hear the steel drum playing in my head.
You want to go home? Hey! He said day-o.
Okay, so I don't know if this is a bad thing that I have no people in the apparently looting the not even just like this makes no pretense of like research. It's literally we're just trying to loot these bodies.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you ever pay attention to the cover for La Isla. Do you ever look at that? It's like you can say you're like researching the species, but there's definitely a man with a club going after that dodo on the cover of La Isla. So you're definitely just raiding that island just to murder those animals.
Okay, so let's look at these points here, right? Adventures on the board.
All right, I'll explain everything to you as we go if you don't get something.
Okay, so yeah, this is the end of the game here, right? So treasures collected, them's points. Adventures on the board.
So I was going to tell you guys to pay attention to the walls. If you look, all the walls have numbers by them, and that's how many points an adventure is worth at the end of the game. Because some of the walls say 0 on the side.
Oh.
And so, like, if you get into the temple, it's 13, and then it just goes down from there. So, like, an adventure at the beginning is only worth, like, 1 point.
Wow, yeah, I didn't get...
Adventures made it, I think, the cumulative farthest, Chris. So you must have had, like, one guy at a 0.
Interesting.
You get 1 point per key at the end of the game. It looks like you took keys a lot instead of those special cards.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if I needed like a ton of keys or not.
Right.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, there are totally points written all around the sides of the walls there. So some of the spaces are worth 2, some of the spaces are worth like up to 8. And then
saw that, but I didn't know what they meant.
Okay, so I could have gotten a few more points if I'd been able to rush in there, but not like a ton more points. Because my guys over in this final part of the circle were already worth like 7, 8 points.
Russian.
It looks like you got 18 points from your treasure sets. I can't remember why that is, because I thought each treasure set was only worth 4 points, which would make sense because I had 3 sets of treasure.
Okay.
But Jordon had 2 sets, and he got 7 points. So maybe it's I don't know. I can't remember how you score the treasure sets.
The thing, I have 2 of those like square looking things.
Which would make you have 4. Which would make you have 4 sets because each one can be substituted for. So you have 4 sets. So maybe the first set is 3, the next set is 4, the next set is 5, and the next set is 6. So like if you have 1 set, that's 3 points. 2 sets, that's 7 points. No, because yeah. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you get 1 more additional point for each set you've collected, right?
Okay.
Because 2 sets would be 3 plus 4. 3 sets would be 3 plus 4 plus 5. 4 sets would be 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6.
Okay.
And then I got 15 points in scarabs. Because every time you get a scarab, they're worth 1 to 4 points. And rarely do you get a 4 or a 1. Most of them were 2s and 3s. Jordon had quite a few points in scarabs also. And you had a scarab.
I had a scarab. That's accurate. So yeah.
And scarab.
What do you guys think? Do you guys like Luxor?
I like Egyptian Candyland. This is super good, man.
Egyptian Candyland.
I'd play it again.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I like Riddle Dorn's design. He's just a very smart designer all around and stuff. So, yeah, so it jives with me, I think. Sweet.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Surprising to nobody, Cam won when he was not as uninformed as we were.
The rules?
So
I did know the rules.
Yeah, you did know the rules. Have you actually played it before, or have you just read the rules? That part I'm not actually clear on.
I played it several times.
Okay. Mr. More Mo in the chat says
played
we
it
just
4 times.
Mr. More Mo in the chat says that they just played it tonight also. Very cool. Very cool.
I mean, Chris, you almost beat me. So I mean, Jordon got almost as many points as I did too, and you guys didn't know how to play. So you guys are the real winners.
I think so.
True.
Jordon, we can declare ourselves the winners. Cam has to do our dishes for a month.
Oh,
I
finally!
like it.
Did I finally get the piece I've been waiting for? Oh my gosh!
In Bangkok lungs?
I finally got the piece I was waiting for.
In what?
In Alhambra. Woo, woo.
Alhambra.
Yeah, Jordan and I played through a game of Alhambra. We're on our second one. I think we're just going to have a recurring grudge match going. Is that the plan?
Yeah. That's what I'd proposed. I mean,
I'm down with it. It's
we
fun.
We can back out of it, but we can't back out of Can't Stop.
No, yeah, we've literally been in a non-stop series of Can't Stop games.
Non-stop.
Can't Stop, Addicted to the Shindig. Chop, chop, you know you got to win big, right? So, I mean, we've literally been playing that for months now.
Yeah, I think it was like April is when we started this.
So it turns out on Board Game Arena, if you have played 40 different games and have played a total of 500 games, you can become like a reviewer and test out all of their like games in alpha. that aren't even in beta yet. And because you and I have played over 150 games of Can't Stop, I'm almost there, man. This is fun.
I'm just perusing now the games that Board Game Arena is just going crazy with some of these. They've got The Crew is on here.
Would one of you guys look at my wall and tell me why it's only 14 long? Because I'm counting 16.
What do you? Oh, Alhambra still. Okay.
I was like, wait. I was trying to get back to the Google video chat, and I was like, what? What am I counting on Cam's wall? Like, I was expecting you to have like a measuring tape out.
Yeah. I was staring at Cam's actual wall too, and being like, I see the duck hunt painting and the bubble painting.
Thank you. Thanks for looking. Just look at my Alhambra wall. It's 16 segments long, but it tells me it's only 14.
Welcome to Las Vegas is in beta on Board Game Arena.
Yeah, they got some exciting games on beta now, and so yeah, I'm excited to finally try Turn and Taxis, and yikes, I've got a lot of games I can apparently jump back into. All right, Cam, let's go look at your Alhambra wall.
Yeah. I think what it is, I don't think I get to count that double banger where I push 2 walls together.
Oh, you don't get to count those? Is that?
I think it's just counting the perimeter, because it's doing the same thing on Jordon's wall as well.
Oh, that's a bummer. I thought that was counted, but it also has been. It's been years.
Yeah, it's been years. I do have a one of the many versions of the big box of Alhambra sitting on my game shelf downstairs.
I will say that unequivocally, my wall rips.
Okay.
I need to get some nicer buildings though from now.
We need to. There's so many games on here.
Yeah, I mean, have you guys played The Crew before?
No.
Cam, have you played The Crew?
Yeah, it's okay.
I really like it. There are 3 of us, so we could play. I mean, we could. Do you guys have to wrap up, or you still got a little bit of time?
I'm good.
I got time.
All right, let's fire up a game of The Crew, and yeah, I mean, there's people still hanging out and watching, I guess.
Extended play.
Would you rather play The Crew, Chris, or would you rather I taught you how to play Thurn and Taxis? Because I've had that game for almost 15 years, and I really like it, and it's not very complicated.
Jordan, you got thoughts?
I'll play either. I defer. I don't know. There's something called Metromania on here that I all of a sudden have a strong urge to play.
Metromania?
Metromania. I have a large list of random games I've never heard of that I've just added
complexity 1 of 5.
I've added them to my favorites list. So when we're strumming up some but we don't know the rules plays, we can go play some of these just out of left field games.
Metromania. Where is
Metromania? Welcome to Metromania. Metromania sounds like a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also like some games that have like, they look like they're like legit, like hard, like complex, stinky games.
Yeah, they have like Nippon in here, and that game's really complex and fun. Hey, I'll be right back. There's something I got to do.
All right, Jordan, we have to decide. And Kyle, yes, I agree with you. Yeah, the Brothers Murph said rips a lot. It's apparently one of those newfangled slangy phrases that I'm too old to get.
Too old to get. Like I want to play Twin Tin Bots because reasons.
Because reasons.
Have you ever played Tobago?
No, I've not. I've not played Tobago.
Tobago is pretty fun. It's kind of like a deduction game.
I've heard. Yeah, you eventually pinpoint like one spot on a map, but then you have to race there. All right, so by the time Cam gets back, let's decide. Do you want to play the crew or do you want to play turn and taxis?
Defer.
You can't defer, man. I'm asking you.
Someone in the chat. Someone in the chat. What does the chat want? I'm a man of the people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a few people in the chat.
Well, while I got you here, the other day I was eating some dried fruit, and it was like a mix, and I was like, I wish it was all just dried pineapple, but kind of salty and kind of sweet. So I went and bought a couple things of dried pineapple at Target today. And I figured what I'd do is I would just substitute that for raisins in the classic trail mix. So check it out. We got 2 bags of dried pea, and a thing of dry roasted peanuts.
It's like watching alchemy in real time.
Yeah, it's crafting. It's a crafting system.
Remember that time we played Flaming Pyramids?
Flaming Pyramids sucks.
And a bag of M&Ms.
Hang on. Sharing size bag of M&Ms. All right, this is the alchemy part. This is the crafting part of it.
What's like the opposite of ASRM? Because I'm getting that with
What's that?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, you know what?
I can't believe how much pleasure I'm deriving from watching Cam attempting to make trail mix.
Hang on. I did.
Kyle, help us out here. I'm abstaining from the vote. Cam wants to play Thorn and Taxis, and Chris wants to play the crew. What should we play of those 2 choices?
Or we could make Cam play Flaming Pyramids. Let's not actually choose that option, but it's always nice to...
I also did get raisins, so I'll put some of those in there also.
Wasn't the point of this experiment, Cam, to not have raisins in your trail mix?
No, but I just thought it would be awesome to have dried pineapple.
Here's something called 4 color cards.
Raisins will literally only make this healthier. And you know what, guys? Just because I'm a crazy SOB,
Do you have craisins?
I'm going to throw in some honey roasted peanuts, too.
Big Time Soccer is definitely one I want to play sometime.
I want to play it with you so bad, man.
All right, Kyle, you said you've never seen Thorn and Taxis. Does that mean you want to see Thorn and Taxis? Or does the fact that you've played the crew make you want to see us play the crew? I need a definitive answer from you. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you, Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
If anyone else is in the chat too, like first person to literally just pick a game and say that's the one, we're playing it. If you guys just want to watch Cam eat an entire like adult party pack size bowl of trail mix, I also have a few hours to waste.
Well, I just looked through all these games.
By the way, I'm absurdly good at making Chex Mix. My dry trail mixes are pretty good also. So hang on, let me get a couple pieces of everything. So we can try the full mix here. Banger. Bon appetit.
Off the rails?
You dang it, Paul. All right, Paul said crew Thurn and taxis.
I hear Thurn and taxis.
There's also crew in there. What in blazes is this?
If you guys have time for Thurn and taxis, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah,
but also we should play the crew sometime because it's very good. It's very worth trying, Jordan.
You've convinced me to play both games.
Perfect. Who wants to throw together Thurn and taxis?
Calam?
I got it. I'm working on it.
Sweet.
Man. I want to be in charge of the next couple of games we pick for, but we don't know the rules because we're going to play some humdingers, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's tough to find like the perfect type of game for it because we need to pick some like I occasionally want to do some games that are like well known, and I occasionally want to scrape the bottom of the board game arena barrel. Like there's no way that big time soccer, there's no chance that big time soccer is going to like knock our socks off. But if it does, it's going to be like a golden treasure chest, you know?
Right. Yeah.
As Steph would say, all the games. Yeah, let's just... Welcome to our live stream tonight. We're going to play every game on BGA alphabetically.
If we wanted to, we could get together a Extra Life team and do a 24-hour where we just try and play them all.
Just see how far alphabetically we can get. I mean... Yes, yeah. Kyle says yes. That's the intent of what's going to happen. This Friday, Wendy and I are going to do our Phil Walker Heartathon. We're going to. I think we own 7 or 8 Phil Walker Harding games, and since they're all like 20, 30 minutes, we're like, what if we just played every one of these and streamed it? So Friday night we're going to be doing that. So that'll be fun.
Is that Halloween Eve?
Halloween Eve, yes. Hallows Eve.
Mm.
All right, Chris, you've been invited to this game for nearly a minute now.
Oh, snap. Sorry, I was just hanging out with my delightful friends, but...
All right. So, looks like I'm going first. Here's what's up. This is kind of in the same vein as Ticket to Ride, but more Euro-y. What you're trying to do is you're building routes to go across, like, Bavaria, like the old German and Poland and, Switzerland and all those places area, right? And on your turn, you're going to take a card and you're going to play a card. After you've done that, if you want to close up a route, you can if it's at least 3 cards long. Okay? You can only have one route going at a time. And if you can't play a card to your route, you forfeit your turn, discard your route, and start a new route on your next turn. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly. So, like, okay, if I have Salzburg and then Linz and Budweiser. It's like those are 3 cities all in a row. So I want to have those 3 cards in my hand. Is that what you're saying?
No, so like on your turn, you're going to draw a card and play a card. And so, like, if you draw Salzburg and play Salzburg, then on your next turn, if you drew Innsbruck, Munchen, Passau, or Linz, you could play that card. And every turn, you're going to draw a card and play a card. And then if your route is at least 3 cards long, you can close it, which I'll explain in a second.
Okay.
In the spirit of the name of this stream, I say we just start collecting stuff, and we'll figure out as we go.
Let me give you the overview, because, unless you really want to just go for it. But tell you what, let me give you this, and then
yes. But...
let's learn on the fly. But let me just make you aware of this. On your turn, you get to take one of 4 special abilities. Those abilities are draw an extra card, or play an extra card, or discard the row of cards drawing 6 new cards, or when you close a route, act as though it were 2 carriages longer. Okay? So you can always do one of those things. If you ever have 0 cards in your hand, you must take the draw 2 cards ability. And you can draw blind, and I think there's 3 cards of each city in the deck. And when you close a route, you can play a house in all of the cities where you don't have houses already, following the rules of you can play in all of the cities of one color of your route, or you can play in one of each of the colors of the route you have. Meaning, like, if you have a route with a ton of cards that are all the same color, you'd do a house in each of those. Or if you have a route with a bunch of different colors, you play one house in each of those. I can fill in the rest from there, but you're basically trying to do that. The main way to get points is to complete like big swatches of the color. Like if you're the first person to complete all of the purples, you'll get 3 points, but if you're the second, you'll get 2. If you're the first person to do a route of 7, you'll get extra points. If you're the first person, as you do bigger routes, you can upgrade your carriage. If you do a route of 3 or bigger, you get the 3 carriage, which is worth 2 points. After that, if you do a 4 or bigger, you'll get 3 points, and so on and so forth. The game ends when somebody gets their 7 carriage, or I think when somebody plays their last city. And I think you have 20 cities. So there you go. That's basically all the rules, and we can get deeper into them as we go, or you guys can just figure stuff out as you go. Sound good?
Sure.
Are you guys feeling ready to rock? I know Jordon was feeling ready to rock before I gave 5 more minutes of instructions.
Yep.
So sorry about that, Jordon.
Yeah, we can just go because I didn't understand all of that, and that's totally okay with me. So
it's super intuitive. They have it as a 3 out of 5 on this site. It's no more complicated than Luxor. It might be less complicated than Luxor.
All right.
All right. Go.
You, sir, get to start us off.
Yep. There we go. You guys just trailed me because I made bangs.
All right, that's good to know.
So,
It rips like a fart.
your words, not mine.
Ingolstadt. You know, one thing I love about looking at maps of Germany in different places, I must play a city card. Why?
Because the game says you have to.
Taking your route.
Yeah, there we go. One thing I love about looking at maps of like weird foreign countries, like not weird foreign countries. That sounds very ethnocentric of me. Weird foreign countries like Germany. It's just like when you see a name that you recognize not for being the name of a city, and you realize, oh, that would make sense that that's the name of a city, like Mannheim. I mean, everyone knows about their steamrollers, but people live there.
I see Ulm, and I think of the board game Ulm.
Yeah.
You guys played Ulm?
I never have, but I've quite seen Ulm.
I quite enjoy Ulm.
That game always looks fun.
I feel like Ulm came out the same time as like a couple of other like kind of generic-y games about Germany, and they all sounded about the same to me. Which, you know, to no surprise, given that where do games come from? The board game fairies that live in Germany. But yeah, it was like,
Guys, what I did there was I took my opportunity to draw 1 and I played 2. I played the route and then I closed it. And since all of the cards were in different colors, I got to play a house in each.
Okay.
we'll draw you, draw from the top. Augsburg. All right. I did something.
Yeah, baby. These cards suck, but I have to draw 2. Let's draw blind. Oh, good. I got Carl's route.
Dialing at random. One of my favorite little jingles from The Simpsons.
Which one is that?
Dialing at random.
Oh wow, what episode is that in? That's in.
I think that's the one where they add the new area code or whatever, and they it's like a radio contest and they dial at random. And so, yeah. They call Homer's number, and he's like excitedly waiting for the phone, and then all you hear is Mr. Burns go ahoy hoy, because the area code thing, it was now Mr. Burns's number.
Oh, okay, that's right. Crap. There's no option to not play a card, huh?
You always have to play a card.
Cool. So I abandoned my route, is what I just learned that I did to myself.
If you play a card, you have to abandon your route. And you can play on either side of the route.
Yeah, just the cards didn't come up, so.
Yeah, I have some crummy cards too.
So it's kind of like so it's almost like a push your luck thing, is what it seems like.
Sort of.
Like
yeah.
you can defer from making a route. You can defer from making a route with the hope that you'll eventually get to draw into like better cards of those cities. But if you have like a 6 length route, but you wait too long, and then the next turn, crap, I can't actually utilize that.
Well, also you can only move up 1 carriage every route, so you want to kind of do like a 3, then a 4, then a 5. Although there's extra points for being the first person to do a 7, and you may get to play more houses. I think you lose a point per house that you didn't play at the end of the game.
Hey, look, Kempton. I know that city. That's where the races are. Kempton races, sing this song.
Yeah.
Doodah.
He's right.
Yikes. I hate my life. I hate where I'm at in Germany.
I hate where I'm at in Germany.
Ugh.
Fine.
I abandoned my route.
I'm the one who went to Germany. Alright, I'm exchanging cards. These suck.
I forgot that was an ability. Yeah.
I maybe didn't think those sucked.
Well, they'll shuffle them back in one of these days.
What? Yeah.
There's also points for being the first person to have a house in every color. And you can see loads up there. That's the only reason it exists.
So I've always heard that the theme of this game was about the German postal system.
It is.
And I don't really get how. But
You're running mail routes and building post offices. That's like where you're delivering to and from. But I mean, it's as unthematic as any Euro's ever been.
Oh, no. Yoink, 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 place them houses. Kempton style, doo-dah.
I like that you can see all the players' routes.
No.
I like that you can see all the players' current routes. on the board. That's kind of neat.
Well, I'm confused. Okay, I'll either have to place all of my houses in the same colored region or one house in different colored regions. Is that
right? So you can play in Augsburg and Kempten, or one of those in Innsbruck.
okay? Yeah, like you said, about as unthematic as any Euro game could possibly be. We're like, sorry, Innsbruck is in blue, and therefore we cannot add it to our mail route today. So
exactly. I like that your German voice has taken on the same tone as my German voice.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Bro.
I definitely made up a character named Hans who talked just like that, like about a decade ago. Where like Hans's catchphrase was like, "Yeah, let's ride," and he would always listen to like Europop, Europop in his convertible car. So that's Hans's voice there.
Yeah, sounds really nice.
Have I told you guys that you ever listened to an interview with Alexander Pfister?
Nope.
It's fantastic. So Pfister's one of my favorite designers.
I told you about this though.
Yeah,
you told me some stories from it. Were you talking about like rap music or hip hop or something like that?
No, that was Andreas Odendahl.
Right.
Yeah. Odendahl was the guy. Ode was the guy who's like, he's like this, like just like this big like German dude who's like, yes, game design is very much like the hip hop music where you take, you with the scratching and the samples and it's so great. But it's a great philosophy. Like you take existing ideas and then you like sample them and you remix them and everything. And I thought, oh, that's kind of particularly insightful. Now, Alexander Pfister's the guy who sounds like Dr. Scratch and Sniff from Animaniacs.
Yeah, you were telling me some story about that too.
It's awesome. Like it's like I would never make fun of someone for their accent, for not speaking a language perfectly, whatever. But it's delightful when one of your favorite game designers ends up kind of sounding like one of your favorite cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a wacko one. What are you doing? You're driving me crazy.
Boom.
Boom.
Jordan's working on a big old root over there. All right.
Oh, I see points are secret in this game.
Yeah.
Because I can see how many points I've got, but not you guys, because I assume that you don't have minus sign victory points.
If I go to the YouTubes, I can maybe see how many points you have as well.
Bam. Yeah. Yeah, cower in fear at my 2 points.
It's 2 more than I have. Yes. And yes. Okay, I want to play that guy.
Holy cow.
What happened?
You can only hold.
What happened? I didn't let me place houses.
Did you close the route without placing houses?
I guess.
Did you press confirm house placement before you clicked on the spots where you wanted to put houses?
I didn't know I had to do that.
I probably should have mentioned that. I guess I figured it wouldn't let you like confirm it without having some houses down.
Yep, sure did.
Should we maybe start over?
No, that's fine.
All right, if you're sure, because placing houses is I understand a part of this game.
It's one of the parts. You did get the thing for being the first person to do a 7 route, though, I believe.
Yay.
So this part feels good where I've got like actually a string of cards, unlike my first few attempts where I just kept bombing. So
It does feel good, doesn't it?
is your series of connections allowed to branch and like spiderweb out, or does it have to be
No.
all a straight line?
All one.
All a line. Okay. Draw from the deck.
It's true, Kyle. I am just playing for fun.
I'm playing because I hate it.
Budweiser
We all have
leads.
we all have our reasons.
So, so really quick, do I have to stop now that I've made a 4-length connection, or can I choose to pass and keep it going?
You can pass because I was passing.
You can keep it going. Remember, though,
Passing like it was
every
my
time
job.
upgrade, like every time you close a route, you'll just upgrade to the next carriage,
Mhm.
regardless of how long your route was. And
Okay.
so, like, generally speaking, it's kind of a good idea to like close it at times that make sense. Like, where's your route right now?
It's all along the right side from Lods down to Leeds.
Oh, yeah, I would maybe go one more card and get a gray city in there also, but maybe not. You're also at a good place to close down.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep this machine going because...
You know what they say, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, full steam. Too sweet to power, too nice to be mean.
Are you singing the Beastie Boys?
Yup. Oh crap. I didn't take a special ability that time. Oh well.
I don't think I've been taking special abilities at all.
I've just
You can
been...
draw. The abilities are you can draw 2, or play 2, or wipe the cards, or when you close a route, act like it's 2 longer for the purposes of upgrading your carriage.
Right.
Penny, what are you doing? You goon.
It's an interesting little game.
It very much is. It's fun. I've been playing this one for years. It was the game I bought directly after Puerto Rico. And then this is the divergence of my friends. Like when I went off the deep end, and all the rest of my friends were like, "We don't want to play board games with you anymore." The third game I bought was Kalis.
Oh.
This one is not. You're getting too crazy now, Cam. Puerto Rico is fine. Dirt and Taxis is fine. Kalis, no.
Wait, why can't I? Oh, duh, because I already used a special ability. Okay. I'm gonna keep this machine going. Keep it rolling.
Keep it kicking. All right, what's next? A lot of gray cards available.
So, I don't know about you, Jordan, but it does kind of seem like Cam might be doing well this game.
I played this game many, many times.
And we've played it never, so I mean, I don't see why you're doing better than us. It's all luck anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I have played it once, but that was over 6 years ago, so it's essentially like I played it never.
Okay, quiz time. What is a game that you like? What are other games you don't think that you have played for 6 years? Because for me, I'm thinking like Munchkin. I haven't played in 6 years. Like I
Been a long
feel.
time. And also,
I've never played Munchkin.
Well, never say never. I mean, except for in this case, because you actually have like pure knowledge of it. But whatever.
oh my gosh, I saw the cringiest advertisement. Apparently, there is a role. Wait, what do they call it? There's a Critical Role branded Munchkin game now.
Yikes!
I took a screenshot of the advertisement for it, and I sent it to Rob, and I said, I don't want to live in this world anymore. And he didn't even give me a response. Rob doesn't get down on my cynicism as much as I think he should. Rob is kind of a live and let live sort of guy when it comes to cringy board gaming money grabs.
I do get that vibe from him. He's an easygoing guy, which is good.
He's an easygoing guy.
You need that type of stuff in your life.
There is stuff that drives Rob nuts, but it took me a couple years to figure out what it was.
Discard. Discard. Munchkin equals attack the leader. Yes, Kyle. And the problem is that it just takes too long. I'm fine with like silly nonsense, attack the leader kind of stuff, but it just takes a long time.
I'm pretty sure my root is gonna die.
You guys are butts.
Takes one to know one, I guess, right? Does that apply here? Yeah, it does. It does.
Yep, my root is dead.
Just like my hopes and my dreams. So good.
Yeah.
My root died.
All right. Part of the cards. Part of the cards.
It's funny. Maybe it's just because we live in the modern world, but I feel funny that like a game about setting up a postal service is like a push your luck game, in a way. You know what I mean? Where like, let's see what happens. And like, can't you just drive a carriage there? Like drop off a parcel?
Oh, it's not how mail works.
Ulm or Stuttgart?
Stuttgart.
Not how 19th century mail works. Chris.
Must not be. Like I said, I'm tainted by this paradise that we live in called 2020.
Go, get out.
Jordan, I got to get some branding on my drinkware. Just.
I mean, I can refer you to the Meeple sisters. That's who did this for me. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to ship you one with like Meeple Overboard logo, and it would say Chris.
Perchance, yeah. The problem is that goods and services usually come at the exchange of money.
Oh, I didn't realize. I guess you start a new route when you're just starting a route. And I didn't realize I was doing a new route.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
I'll be honest, this game is intriguing me more than I originally thought it was going to, from the description of it.
Wait, no.
Mama told me not to come.
I don't want to goof this up this time.
That ain't the way that it works. So...
Yeah, take that.
Oh no!
Houses and stuff.
Why
on
did
the
I?
board.
Why did I play 2 routes last time? That was not to my advantage. Well, your old pal Chris may be busting.
That happens.
Let's swap out those city cards. Who?
No. No, no, no.
Keep discarding when Hopper wants them.
This was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
My route dies.
Good.
Yes, I do fairly frequently say it was the best of times, it was the blurst of times, and it is. It is one of my favorite Simpsons quotes. It's beautifully absurd.
I don't know why. It just, I do think of that every once in a while. It's just like, it has no context for anything in my life, but it comes into my mind. Because isn't there like, standing next to him, there's like a monkey smoking a cigarette or something?
Yeah, there's that idea. Burns is like, oh, you've heard the idea that, 1,000 monkeys and 1,000 typewriters will one day write Shakespeare, and he pulls out the thing from the typewriter, and that's what he reads. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
He like goes to like backhand the monkey or something.
Yeah, he's like slapping the monkey, and the monkey smoking his little cigarette. Oh man, what an absurd, wonderful show.
Oh, Simpsons.
I think that song about Kempton that you were thinking of actually goes, I'm straight out of Kempton. Named Ice Cube.
Straight out of Kempton, delivering mail across Germany.
Exactly.
Yes, how could I have forgotten?
And obviously the city of Budweiser is where that popular beer originated from, Miller Lite.
Yeah. Good joke. That is a good joke. Kind of.
Wow.
I don't
think he thought your joke was that good, Jordan.
It's a
sorry.
joke. It was an okay joke.
I dig it, Jordan. That is one of my favorite senses. Like, it's one of my recurring jokes that when I used to have friends, and I would hang out with said used to have friends. It's just, I just one of my favorite things to say. Like when people are like, oh, I really enjoy Ticket to Ride. I'm like, that reminds me of a really famous Beatles song. I want to hold your hand.
I'm just honest with my friends. Jordan has some banger jokes. I just wanted him to know that was like pretty good. All right, what do we got? What card do we got?
Yeah, this is an interesting little system. It's definitely better than it sounds like it would be, I guess.
Sure.
Hey, you guys want to learn about? You guys want to play a game about delivering mail in the 1800s in Germany?
All honor roll students will be all honor roll students will get the opportunity to learn a board game about the German postal service. Yay!
Hey.
And all detention
Hooray!
students will be punished with the opportunity to learn a board game about the German postal service. Oh.
Oh. And then, is that also the gonna dig me a hole?
Gonna dig me a hole.
Gonna put a nerd in it.
Gonna put a nerd in it.
Guys, I never go for gray, but I'm only one city away from gray today.
What?
Only one city away from gray today.
Hey Cam, that's great news.
That's great.
Let me do that.
Ooh. Oh, guys, I'm not sure. How am I going to do this?
Very carefully.
With vigor.
I'm going to sing out with vigor and vim. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, party on with vigor and candor.
Yoink. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh.
I'm from the streets of Kempton.
Kempton.
Y'all know me, still same old G, but I've been low key.
Right.
Oh, no doubt. Yes, I want that card. Yes, I do.
Okay. Collect your mail. Come up in a second, okay?
Ingolstadt.
Ingolstadt.
Some of these cities are just so fun to say. Stuttgart.
Yeah.
What'd you call me?
You heard what I said. Innsbruck.
I'm like,
Cam, are you halfway done with that enormous bowl of trail mix yet?
no, I gotta put the rest of it away though. I can tell that I've eaten more than I should.
Well, I mean, you made enough trail mix for you could hike to the Grand Canyon and back with that trail mix.
Yeah,
It's
but
true.
that's what I'm planning on doing. I'll meet you there. I will meet you there.
Right. That's not bad.
Fresh and clean.
Oh, so here's a fun little thought exercise for you guys, right?
Okay.
Oh, really quick. Kyle says in the chat, I assume you can't double up your cities, so you're essentially trying to make sure you don't duplicate locations on your routes, right? I assume that you can't place a house in the same city twice, right?
Right. Yes.
All right. So I was talking with some people and saying it's pretty interesting that the term we use for the show, the type of show that all three of us do, is podcast, which stems from iPod, right?
Right. Correct.
And so like nobody. I was like, nobody listens to podcasts on iPods anymore. And you know, it's interesting that there's just not been a better term for it. And one of my friends said, "Well, like, my dad still has his original iPod, and uses it."
Did you and I not have this conversation the other day?
I think so, because I've talked with people about it.
Because I was like, well, I think you maybe posted about it on Facebook, and I was like, no, like, podcast is a great word. Like, everybody knows what it means. There's no need to change it. Just because, like, the name came from something specific doesn't mean it doesn't have a general idea now. Will you call it, I mean, like, what is the brand of tissues you have in your house? Everybody knows what a Kleenex is.
Yeah, everyone knows what Great Value is.
But even if Kleenex were to go out of business, 50 years from now, people would still call tissues Kleenexes.
For sure. Yeah, no, I'm in total agreement.
Hey, I'm going to go Xerox this. And, I mean, it just makes sense. It's a good word. It means nothing else, so you don't get it mixed up with anything. Hey, I do a talkie program.
No, I agree. I agree with the merits of, like, the word is so perfect. It's such a curiosity that it's become like, the origins of it are almost archaic to the point where kids would have to, like, be like, yo, etymology.com, what is the etymology of the term podcast? And it would be like, oh, podcast is a portmanteau of, you know, the Apple iPod device and broadcast. You know,
what do you call this thing that I'm holding up that you can't see because you're clicked away from me? And
I can see it now. No, I pulled you up. Yeah, it's a phone.
How often do you call people on it? Is that the primary function of that particular item?
That's a good point, right? It's a textinator at this point.
Mm-hmm. It's a pocket computer, essentially.
It's a Pip-Boy, HUD. A transceiver.
Transceiver. Yes, that's what the kids are calling it these days.
Those are definitely words that you said.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it is funny that just origins of terms antiquate, and therefore we lose the secret histories of them and stuff. But the term podcast is so useful. It's just utterly useful. And so, I could take. Ooh, nice! I could take this card, and I guess I didn't really need it, but so I'm gonna yoink yoink. I forgot that I was already in Mannheim. All right. So it's time for me to place out some houses, guys.
You already steamrolled your way to Mannheim?
I love it. There you go. You know what song sounds like the lost Mannheim Steamroller song?
What's that?
Rosanna by Toto has that, like, synth solo in the middle that sounds exactly like Mannheim Steamroller Christmas. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not familiar with the song, actually.
You don't know. All I want to do in the middle of the evening is hold you tight. Rosanna.
Okay, nope, yeah, I got you.
Meet you all the way. Boo-doo-doo. Rosanna, yeah.
Oh. Yes, Kyle, dad jokes do abound.
Dad jokes abound. Okay, so here's the thought exercise with the term iPod that I thought of, right? My friend's dad still uses his original iPod. I don't even know if the cables to connect that thing to a modern computational device machine like exist anymore. So assuming that you
sure they do.
But let's assume that you have an iPod from the year that it came out, from the year that the original iPod came out, and you had only music on it from that year. What do you think some of those songs would be? What songs were contemporary top chart hits in the year that the original iPod came out?
I don't know, like I said, come on for who gods. I said, come on for who gods. Everybody to the limit. That's right. It's to the limit. Everybody come on for who gods.
Easy there, homestarrunner.com.
Hang on, check this out. Listen to this Mannheim Steamroller right in the middle of a Toto song. Oh wait,
man, this is.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Kyle. That was my point. It was a 30-pin connector to a USB-A was what you use to connect the iPod to the computation device. I think I have some of those cables still in my house somewhere.
Do you still have original ones?
Well, yeah, because Apple they were like, oh, this is going to be our thing. So that was the same connector for all the iPhones up to the iPhone 4S. All the iPads up to like the iPad 3rd or 4th generation. So older iPhones, iPads all had those and those cables.
We all know that Apple makes their products disintegrate after 5 years, right? Isn't that when there like a lawsuit about that?
Yeah, they get sued just because they're a $2 trillion company.
I think it was software updates actually. So probably the cables wouldn't like implode. So maybe that's not a fair accusation to levy. Yeah. So what year was Fahugwa Gods?
I want to say 2000.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to when that came out. So, so what cards do I need to draw to make this work?
Release date July 1st, 2002.
Very close, Cam. Very, very close.
So when was the first iPod?
October 23rd, 2001.
Yep, 2001. So
I was like a half of a year away. So it probably was a hot iPod track.
I mean, probably, yeah. I'm guessing that like one of the
to the new Homestar Runner song on the iPods.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to figure out which song would be the bigger hit of 2001. Would you say, I keep on falling in and out of love with you? Would you say Alicia? Would you say it's Alicia Keys Fallen, or
so on the week of the Billboard #1, we've got "I'm Real" by Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, that's right.
"Fallen" by Alicia Keys.
The way you walk, the way. You remember the music video where they're like Ja Rule and J-Lo are like stepping forward and backwards at each other? I remember my friend Hillary and I would do that in the halls of high school, like as a joke, like when that song is on.
"Hero" by Enrique Iglesias.
I could be your hero, baby. That one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't get away the pain.
2 songs by Usher that start with the word/letter U. You remind me, you got it bad.
This is how you remind me of what I'm at, Usher.
All right, back. You know what I'm talking about? You got it bad. If you miss a day without your friend, your whole life's on track. No, you got it bad when you're stuck on the house. You don't want to have fun. That's all you think about. I haven't thought of that song since 2002, but I remember it.
"Smooth Criminal" by Alien Ant Farm, and they covered "Smooth Criminal."
Yeah, that song was big.
That was a Michael Jackson song, and they redid it. Remember that haircut the guy from Alien Ant Farm had with like the buzz down the center?
Yes. Jordan, you could pull that off right now, actually. Go get the clippers.
Tempting as it may be. Out of the cards.
Yeah, man, some of the biggest hits of 2001. It wasn't me. But she kept me on the counter. It wasn't me.
Even had her in the shower.
It wasn't me.
She even caught me on camera.
Was it just me, or when that song came out, did you guys literally have no idea that Shaggy, the title performer of the song, was just the guy that occasionally was like, "It wasn't me."
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I thought it was that main guy with like the really good voice.
No, because before that, Shaggy had that song that was like, "Oh, Mr. Lava Lava. Hey girl, me Mr. Boombastic, come me fantastic. Let me know my body say I'm Mr. Romantic. Fastic, come me fantastic." You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't know that song before. It wasn't me. That was the first Shaggy song I'd ever heard.
That's probably because you're like 2 or 3 years younger than me.
It could be, but like,
Ooh.
but yeah, I had genuinely no idea that the high male singer in the song "It Wasn't Me," the guy who sings 80% of the song, was not like the title track artist.
All right, guys.
Here's some bangers down in the 60s.
We're closing it down.
"Wish You Were Here" by Incubus.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Remember that one for sure.
Number
Guys, it is
one
the
by
final
Nelly. "Get the Party Started" by Pink.
Did you guys hear that it's the last turn?
Yeah.
Perhaps I heard that, Campbell. Perhaps.
So you better
I'm
get started.
"I'm a Believer" by Smash Mouth.
So many covers that year.
Yeah.
Big.
"Clint Eastwood" by the Gorillaz.
Yeah, buddy, that is.
That's the song right there. The Clint Eastwood is probably still like, I would say Clint Eastwood is the oldest song that I still kind of think of as like a fairly new song. Before that, you know what? I bet the Last Night by the Strokes came out after that. Like I still kind of like, oh, I should go get that Strokes album. It's pretty new. Put that song "Last Night" on it. I don't really think that because I have that album, but you know what I'm saying.
Dude, Streetlight Manifesto is one of my favorite ska bands, and I still think like their new album is really good. And then just the other day, I was looking up what year their new album came out, and it was 2013.
Yep.
I was like, oh wow, this is
long time ago. But the thing is, like, 2013 doesn't seem like that long ago.
But it was 7 years ago.
But it was 7 years ago. But, like, I don't feel like I've lived in Des Moines that much longer than I've been, like, you know, like, ooh.
what?
Paul's
GG's.
Ah, Ruel showed up. What's up, guy? Came in to watch board games, staying for the usher. Yeah.
You've come to the right place, Ruel.
When you're on the phone, hang up and you call right back. I don't have those lines on the side of my stomach that Usher has though. got it.
So,
yesterday without your friend, your whole life's on turn.
Okay, Paul, you
So
still use your iPod Mini. Cool, man.
in my local board game group is what we would give Cam the Bad Teacher Award.
Well, part of the reason
Because
a bad teacher.
you got 33 points, Chris had 4, and I had 3.
Let me just go ahead and mention.
No.
Hang on. I feel like I get to rebut this. No. If I get to rebut
quadrupled You quadrupled our combined score. There is no rebuttal.
No, the rebuttal is that I was going to teach. No. The rebuttal is that I was going to teach the game, and then you were like, "Hey Cam, let's just go." So I was just like, "Okay, fine. Here's like 5 things about it. Go for it." If you had not said that, I would have taught the game thoroughly. So
you're still the bad teacher.
Sure.
I mean, I think we take the bad student awards as well, along with that, because, yeah, I just wanted to just kind of go and see what happens, and now I clearly know the way to win is not to not get points.
Not just haphazardly clicking through things.
I mean, who would have known? Yeah, that was cool, man. That was cool. Thanks for getting us into turning taxis. That was a fun little romp in the old postal system.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
I think Turning Taxis might be on shelf 1 for me. Let me see. Yep, it is. It's on my main shelf. Oh, the bottom row.
Do you? So you have a couple of different shelves where you keep stuff. Main shelf, obviously, is games that you really plan on keeping. Then, right?
Well, these are my second string. So these are games I'd probably be willing to get rid of. And then, there we go. How do I turn my camera?
I don't know.
And then here's the games that are my main games. But then there's even probably a couple games on there that will not be first string going forward. But I think that that many board games is a good first string to have. And then so hopefully within the next couple years, a lot of that second string stuff can end up for free in the hands of people who will play it. But what's on the second string there? There's a couple games that are not. All my small box games are on the second string shelf, but they're first string games Cartographers and Time's Up and Code Names. Stay cool. But then on the second string shelf, I do have some stuff that I probably won't ever get rid of, what's over there that I'll keep. I'll probably keep Islebound, even though I just like the art. And it's kind of fun to have a pirate game. Dominion. I'll probably keep Tapestry for a while unless somebody wants to trade me for a way better game. But Tapestry's kind of garbage, no offense to Jamie.
Garbage is a pretty strong term.
It's okay. Yeah. It's just I'm not a thematic gamer. I'm a combo wombo gamer, and that's a no theme combo wombo game, and it's just not that good. It's not that fun. I don't think. Do you think Tapestry's super fun, Chris or Jordan?
Never played it.
I wouldn't say it's super fun. It's good. It's solid, and I can enjoy it. I mostly just want to try the different player powers, and so I wish the game were half as long, so I could be cool, I tried out that power,
I do like that Jamie did errata to balance out his wildly stilted player powers, because some of them are incredibly good and some suck.
Yeah.
And then also the Tapestry cards are wildly good and sucky also, in a pretty equal distribution. So you can get terrible and then that combat is pretty undervalued considering it's so easy to get a trap card. So if you want to combat anybody, there's a 70% chance you're going to lose.
Yeah, no, there's all those aspects. Totally agree. But I also feel
it's okay. It is okay.
Yeah, I also feel the other thing too is that I feel some because there's the 4 tracks that you can move up basically that drive your actions, and I feel if you're going to do the military track, then you absolutely have to also move up the exploration track, lest you not have anything to militarize. And so those 2 tracks are very locked in sync with each other, which means there's not that opportunity to be let's go heavy military and not try exploration at all. And you're well, then you don't have tiles to go out and conquer.
Not expecting that from Jamie. Think about viticulture, not as much Euphoria, but viticulture and Scythe are the theme and the gameplay, and even Charterstone, the theme and the gameplay and the art and the production together are so wonderful. And Tapestry has like a great looking player board and good art, and those buildings are awesome. And then like the main player board couldn't be more clinical and boring. Like the iconography is so boring in that game. And like, I'm not a theme gamer, but like Jamie is a theme designer, you know? And he's a theme designer of Euro style games, you know?
Yeah.
When I'm playing Scythe, I feel like Anna and Wojtek, you know? When I'm playing Charterstone, I feel like the fat little dude with dark hair that I am with the pumpkin patch, you know? And when I'm playing Viticulture, I feel like Papa Joel and Mama Cassandra, you know? And when I've played Tapestry, I've never, ever, ever felt like the Nomads.
I feel like the track master. Like, okay, got to go up this track.
I just feel like the guy trying to move on a track 4 times for the price of 1.
Paul says Tapestry can fall flat some games. Like, some games could be fun and exciting. Other games can fall flat. And that inconsistency, yeah, it's hard to...
Yeah.
It's hard because then it makes me really hesitant to continue playing a game. I like it obviously more than you do, but I think also all of your criticisms are valid.
I played it a bunch of times. I really wanted to like it. And I would say that I've been really careful to blast games because like early in the Board Boys podcast run, I really like levied some claims at Clank and Exploding Kittens. And I've ended up really enjoying Clank, and I've ended up I ended up playing, like, my brother really wanted to play Exploding Kittens the other day, and I was like, you know what? This game's actually pretty fun with 3 or 4 people for what it is. But like my experience of the first couple times playing with like 6 people was like heavily colored by like the fact that I just thought it was garbage at that player count. But I feel like I've played Tapestry enough to be like,
Jordan, are you an exploder of cats?
I am not. I've not played Exploding Kittens.
Okay. It's like the right setting game. You know what I mean? In the right setting, cool. It's fun. It's trivial, but who cares? You know what I mean? It can be fun.
So here's the thing about it is I played with a lot of people, and the game is very much like very fast Uno. And like it at 6 players, it was so random and incomprehensible. And like just so like, oh, I guess I'm just out. That like it just didn't seem like a game. It just seemed like an exercise in but like at 3 or 4 players,
it becomes a bit of a mind game.
There's enough of a game there for me to call it a game. So like it's not one of my favorites, but I'm just saying I was really swift to judge a game that I didn't understand, and I feel bad, you know. So
we're going to blast a game on our podcast here this coming week, and I feel bad because I even requested it as a review copy from the publisher.
Uh-oh.
And and so it's it's gonna be fun because we got 3 games from them. 2 of them we quite liked. Like one of them was awesome, another one of them was really good, and then this one, like, you know that feeling once you've played games long enough, you read a rule book and you look at it and you just kind of say like, oh, you know, just like
that's how I feel about All My Goods, and everybody disagrees with me.
You don't like Oh My Goods?
I think it is weak.
Uh-oh.
I think that it could be better. I think they could have spent 2 more weeks working on the game and it would have been good. And then they decided not to. I feel like there's heavily undervalued production chains. Like the gameplay's fun, and then there's like absolutely nothing to do with some of the resources.
I'll give you that. Yeah, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and no one likes hearing this. We're like, oh, the expansions, you know, build out some of the chains. And then there's that Expedition to Newdale game where they turned it into a board game that uses the cards as like resource stuff. And that one is really well done. And so...
Yeah, and that's what I hear. And I'd like to try those. I'm just saying, like, I hear people like being like, "Oh yeah, I like Fister games. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like Oh My Goods." And I'm like, "You like Oh My Goods?"
I like all my goods.
Yeah, which is fine. Anyway, I gotta bounce. Sorry for ripping on games. Can you say what game it is you don't like since we're streaming, or no?
Yeah, who cares? It's called Core Connection. It's this deck building game
Oh
that, yeah, like the premise of it could be good, right? You're piloting a giant mecha and you're fighting monsters and stuff, and oh, cool, right? Bring it on. And it is almost Munchkin, the deck building game.
Oof.
Yeah,
Ooh, it looks cool though.
it looks cool. It has a good theme. It's from a
anime girls in it.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of like cool anime characters and stuff. It's from a publisher I like a lot of their games, and so this is just like this out of nowhere was just like such a big stinker, and so we haven't like kind of trashed a game in a long time on the show, so
Sure.
strap on your seatbelts because that's gonna happen.
Oh no! All right, I gotta go. My wife wants me to give her a phone call. It's 12:40. Love you guys.
Sounds good.
Sorry for waxing y'all's butts at during taxis.
All right, man, no problem, no problem. We had a mutual waxing on Luxor at least.
Yes.
I mean, you guys like for not knowing Luxor, you almost beat me. So
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, this was fun. Cam, thanks for coming by.
Good thing, guys. Peace.
All right, Jordan. We'll have to pick another game another time and continue this.
Oh,
Because
yes.
this is good.
There's so many games, so little time.
Big time soccer, baby. That's pretty early alphabetically. So
Well, if we can raise money for a good cause, I'll stay up an absurd amount of hours just slogging through these with you if we're raising money for Extra Life or some other noble cause.
I truly don't actually know how to do that, but like genuinely, if you set something up and if people would actually donate money, sure, man, I would. All right. Anyway, thanks everyone for popping out to the stream. I think this is a good place for us to
Yes.
wrap up. So
Yes, thank you everyone for coming out. It's fun to get to chat with folks in the chat and to get to play games I don't know how to play or don't remember how to play with my good friends from all across our country.
indeed. All right. Thanks everyone. Have a good night.